Have you ever visited a place that completely changed the way you see the world? Stay with us, because today's conversation might remind you of a trip you'll never forget.
And what if you could describe those unforgettable travel memories in natural English? That's exactly what we're going to practice today.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Daily English Podcast. I'm Sarah, and as always, Jack is here with me for another fun English practice session.
We're so happy you're joining us today. Whether you're at home, traveling, relaxing, or on your way somewhere, thanks for spending your time with us.
If this is your first time here, welcome. Our goal is to help you improve your English through simple, natural conversations that you can actually use in real life.
And if you've been following our challenge from the beginning, thank you for your amazing support. Today is day 18, and we're excited to keep learning together.
Today's topic is all about travel experiences. We'll learn how to talk about places you visited, what you enjoyed, and how you felt during your trip.
Every journey gives us memories, surprises, and stories. The best part is that each one helps us learn useful English expressions.
As always, we'll use the shadowing method. Listen carefully, repeat after us, and copy our pronunciation to build confidence naturally.
By the end of this episode, you'll feel much more comfortable talking about your own travel experiences in English.
All right, Jack, let's begin with a simple question. Have you ever taken a trip that you'll always remember?
Absolutely. One journey still stands out in my mind because it gave me experiences I'll never forget and taught me so many new things.
That's a wonderful way to describe it. Which place made such a strong impression on you?
A few years ago, I visited Switzerland. Everything looked peaceful, the mountains were breathtaking, and every day felt like a new adventure.
I love the phrase, one of the most unforgettable experiences of my life. It's a great way to explain that something was truly meaningful.
Exactly. You can also say, one of the most exciting trips of my life, or one of the most memorable vacations I've ever had.
Besides the beautiful views, what was your favorite part of the trip?
Honestly, the local food surprised me. Every meal tasted fresh, and I couldn't wait to try something different each day.
It seems every great travel story eventually includes food. Delicious meals always become part of the memories.
That's true. Exploring new places is wonderful, but tasting local dishes makes the experience even more special.
Now, let me share one of my favorite travel memories. A few years ago, I traveled to Turkey, and the moment I arrived, I knew it would be unforgettable.
What was the first thing you noticed when you got there?
As soon as I stepped outside, the cool breeze and lively streets made me feel like I had entered a completely different world.
I really like the expression, I stepped outside and felt like I had entered a different world. It shows how powerful that first impression was.
Exactly. Sometimes a new place surprises you instantly, and that's the perfect way to describe that feeling in natural English. That's a fantastic expression because you can use it for many situations. You might say, the smell hit me like a wall, or the noise hit me like a wall.
It makes your story sound more vivid and helps people imagine exactly what you experienced the moment you arrived.
Let's practice together. Repeat after us. The heat hit me like a wall. Excellent. Let's say it one more time. The heat hit me like a wall. Great job, everyone. Now, Jack, tell us more about Switzerland. What was your very first impression when you arrived?
The first thing I noticed was how peaceful everything felt. The streets were quiet, the air was fresh, and the mountains looked absolutely incredible.
Did the place match what you imagined before your trip?
Not really. It was completely different from what I expected, but in the best possible way. every corner surprised me.
That's another useful expression for travelers. It was nothing like what I expected. Sometimes reality is much better than our imagination.
You can also say, it was different from what I imagined. Both expressions sound natural and are perfect for everyday conversations.
Let's practice together. Repeat after us. It was nothing like what I expected. It was nothing like what I expected.
Wonderful. That's a phrase you'll use again and again whenever you talk about traveling.
Now, I'm curious. During your trip, was there a moment that you still remember clearly today?
Yes, there was. One evening, I stood beside a beautiful mountain lake just before sunset, and everything around me became quiet.
That sounds peaceful. What made that moment so unforgettable?
Watching the sunlight reflect across the water while the mountains slowly turned golden was one of the most magical things I have ever seen.
I can understand why you still remember it. Some places leave a memory that stays with you for years.
Exactly. I wasn't expecting such a simple moment to affect me so deeply, but it really did.
Pay attention to the structure Jack used. One of the most magical things I have ever seen. It's a powerful way to describe unforgettable experiences.
You can easily change the adjective. For example, one of the most delicious meals I have ever eaten. Or one of the most exciting adventures I have ever had.
These expressions show that the experience stands above almost everything else you've experienced before. Let's practice together. Repeat after us. It was one of the most magical things I have ever seen. Excellent. Now let's talk about another important part of traveling, your feelings and emotions.
That's right. Learning emotional vocabulary helps you describe your experiences much more naturally.
Imagine arriving in a new country and feeling both excited and a little nervous. You can simply say, I felt nervous but excited.
There's also a common expression. I had butterflies in my stomach. It means you felt excited and slightly nervous at the same time.
Let's practice it together. Repeat after us. I had butterflies in my stomach.
Perfect. It's a fun expression that native speakers use in many different situations, not only while traveling.
Now, what about the moment when you see a view that's so beautiful you can't stop looking at it?
You can say, I was amazed, or I was in awe of the view. Both expressions describe a feeling of deep admiration.
You'll also hear the word scenery. It refers to the beautiful natural landscape around you, like mountains, lakes, forests, or the sky.
So if a place takes your breath away, you can naturally say, the scenery was absolutely breathtaking.
That's a wonderful expression. When something is much better than you imagined, you can say, it completely blew me away.
Exactly. You might say, the food blew me away, or the hotel completely blew me away. It means the experience was far beyond your expectations.
I always find it funny that so many English expressions involve movement or action. Things hit you, butterflies appear, and experiences blow you away.
You're right. English can sound very dramatic, but that's also what makes these expressions memorable and fun to use.
Let's practice these together. Repeat after us. I was in awe of the view.
Great. Now say, the food blew me away.
Excellent. One more. I had butterflies in my stomach.
Fantastic! You're adding some really natural expressions to your English today.
Now, let's remember something important. Not every trip goes exactly as planned, and sometimes the unexpected moments become the best stories.
That's true. At the time, they can feel stressful, but later, they're often the funniest memories we share with others.
I actually have a story about that. During my trip to Turkey, there was one moment when I became completely lost.
Really? What happened?
I was trying to find a famous market, but I accidentally walked in the wrong direction and ended up in a neighborhood I'd never seen before.
That must have been confusing. How did you handle it?
I checked my phone, looked around, and honestly just hoped for the best, while asking a few local people for directions.
Were they able to help you?
Yes, one elderly woman noticed that I looked confused, smiled kindly, and walked with me until I reached the correct street.
That's such a beautiful example of kindness. Moments like that often become the most memorable part of traveling.
Absolutely. You may forget the buildings or the streets, but you'll always remember the people who helped you.
Let's notice a useful expression from your story. I hoped for the best. We use it when we're uncertain, but stay positive.
Everyone, repeat after us. I hoped for the best.
Perfect. Another great phrase is, she didn't have to do that at all. We say this when someone helps us even though they had no obligation.
It's a simple way to express sincere gratitude and appreciation for someone's kindness.
All right, let's move on to another favorite travel topic, food.
I was waiting for this part. Trying local dishes is one of the most exciting parts of visiting a new place.
Of course, you can say the food was delicious, but there are many stronger expressions too.
For example, you can say, the food was incredible, or even, the food was out of this world. That means it tasted unbelievably good. Another useful expression is, it melted in my mouth. We use this when food is so soft and perfectly cooked that it almost disappears instantly. If a dish surprised you in a good way, you can say, I didn't expect to like it, but it was absolutely delicious.
That's a very honest sentence because we all discover foods we never thought we'd enjoy.
Let's practice. Repeat after us. The food was out of this world.
Excellent. Now say, it melted in my mouth.
One more. I didn't expect to like it, but it was absolutely delicious. I didn't expect to like it, but it was absolutely delicious.
Fantastic work! Your travel vocabulary is becoming richer with every lesson.
Now, let's have some fun with a short role play. Imagine we're friends, chatting over coffee about your latest vacation.
Great idea! Everyone, listen carefully and shadow my answers as we continue.
Jack, I heard you visited Switzerland. Tell me everything. How was your trip?
Honestly, it was one of the best trips of my life. The moment I arrived, the fresh mountain air made me feel completely refreshed.
That sounds amazing. What was your first impression?
It was nothing like what I expected. Everything felt peaceful, clean, and surrounded by incredible natural beauty.
And what about the local food?
It completely blew me away. I tried traditional cheese and fresh chocolate, and every bite seemed to melt in my mouth.
You're making me hungry already. Was there one moment you'll never forget?
Definitely. Watching the sun disappear behind the snowy mountains was one of the most magical things I have ever seen.
That must have been breathtaking. Did anything difficult happen during the trip?
I got lost while exploring a small village, but I hoped for the best and kept walking until a local gentleman kindly showed me the right path.
That was incredibly kind of him.
It really was. He didn't have to do that at all, but his kindness made the experience even more meaningful.
All right, everyone. Let's review some of today's expressions together.
We practiced one of the best trips of my life. Hit me like a wall, and nothing like what I expected.
We also learned I was in awe. It blew me away, and it melted in my mouth.
Don't forget, the food was out of this world. I had butterflies in my stomach, and I hoped for the best.
Plus, she didn't have to do that at all. And one of the most magical things I have ever seen. These are all natural expressions you'll hear from native speakers.
Look at how much you've learned today. If you've been repeating after us, you're making excellent progress.
Every shadowing session improves your pronunciation, helps you remember useful phrases, and builds confidence, one step at a time.
That's exactly why we're doing this 30-day challenge. Small daily practice creates big results over time.
Before we finish today's episode, we have a small challenge for you.
Don't worry, it's simple and actually a lot of fun.
Think about a trip you've taken. It doesn't have to be another country. Maybe it was a nearby city, a family visit, or even a short weekend adventure.
Then describe that experience using at least 3 expressions you learned in today's lesson.
You can talk about where you went, what impressed you, how you felt, or what made the trip unforgettable.
If you're watching on YouTube, write your answer in the comments because we genuinely enjoy reading your stories.
We love seeing how you're using these new expressions in your own conversations. Your progress motivates us every single day.
All right, that brings us to the end of day 18.
Before we say goodbye, I'd like to leave you with one thought. Every journey teaches you something new, whether you travel far away or stay close to home.
And every time you describe those experiences in English, you become a more confident speaker.
So keep practicing, keep shadowing, and never stop believing in your progress, because you're improving with every lesson.
I completely agree. Sometimes you don't notice your improvement immediately, but every bit of practice is helping you move forward.
We'll be back tomorrow for day 19, ready to learn together once again.
So don't miss it. We have another exciting lesson waiting for you.
Thank you so much for spending part of your day with us. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe to Daily English Podcast if you haven't already.
Your support helps our community grow, and we're truly grateful to have you learning with us.
Until next time, keep practicing, keep smiling, and remember that learning English becomes easier when you stay consistent every day.
We'll see you in day 19. Take care, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Keep learning and have a wonderful day.
Bye-bye, everyone.